Lighting is remote phosphor lighting specialist. Essentially, we use LED technology, but we do it in a little bit of a different way. We dissect what makes a diode and put it back together as raw components. Gives us a couple of very cool advantages. In particular, we can interchange our phosphors to change color temperature. Also, we're not having to deal with multiple shadow issues, so we can create this very soft, very broad light that feels like 160 degrees of space. So it's got a very natural feel as opposed to that multiple point source feel that you get with LEDs. Color quality is incredibly important. We look at things like CRI at an extended level, which is an R1 through an R15. We look at things like black body radiators, which is going to affect your green and magenta shift, how close you are to the locus in the middle. We also look at our full spectrum distribution. That's like the thumbprint of how things look, 400 to 700 nanometers. All of our lights, that's our first emphasis. Using the remote phosphor, we can keep that very consistent and very high. So from a CRI perspective, for example, all of our color temperatures are greater than 95. So this is a Matchstick. I'm just using a standard coax plug here, 12 volt. There's a number of ways you can plug this in. There you go. So this is the way that the system works. This is what a raw LED looks like. It's blue. These little phosphor plates, they glow when they hit that energy. So I could slide them in and slide them out with different color temperatures. Like that, the tungsten. Or that one, that. So that's the kind of modularity. That's how this whole thing works. Being that it's the coax connector, this is so standard. We have a couple over there that are running off of like AA batteries. We have some that are going straight into Anton Bauer P-taps. You can run it off a cigar plug in your car work, interview kits, under the bed if you're a cinematographer, if you're doing news studio lighting, like little desk lights and up lights. Very modular, very crafty. We do them in 6-inch versions. We also have a 12-inch version. This one right here. And again, it's just kind of something that you can very easily run around with, but get very high color quality light that's soft and feels very natural. So some of the other DC products we have, this is the Photon. This is the closest thing to a hard light that we do. We also use remote phosphor. You can see that there's a cool chip on the front of it. This guy is glowing. It's got a 98 CRI with the tungsten. Interchangeable barrels for the face of it. It's kind of like a 350 watt, 400 watt open face par, but it's only pulling 50 watts of power. And you can dump water on it too, so you're not gonna pop it if you're using it in the rain. Power-wise, we're using 4-pin XLR, so you can run into battery belts, you can run into your Anton Bauers. There's a bunch of ways you can power that too. Or of course you can use the AC adapter and just plug it into the wall. The other product that we're debuting at the show is the Maverick. This is the Cineo Maverick. When we started the products, it was a very studio-driven product line, and everybody just wanted to have it on batteries. So this was our answer to it. As you can see, we have this backpack plate. It's very modular. You can put 2 Anton Bauers, you could put a V-lock, you could put a DMX module, you can put an AC power adapter. However you want to use it is how you configure the back of it. But it does use the same glowing remote phosphor, and it is incredibly bright. It's putting about 9,000 lumens of light out, so it's similar to a 1K soft light.
What's the power draw on that again?
This one is 90 watts. This one is 90 watts. So you'll get about an hour with one of these back batteries. We have it configured for 2 different practical applications. One is for studio work and the other one is for remote work. I mean, you gotta sometimes just run out into the middle of Hollywood Boulevard and shoot a quick interview or something like that. You're a news person, maybe you need to run quickly. Your E&G need to move quickly. You could even be a cinematographer like a Desperate Housewives or Real Housewives or something, and you need to move quickly. The point is it's on batteries, it goes. You don't have to worry about it, but you're still gonna get a huge volume of light. So this product, the Cineo TrueColor HS, this is what we're really known for. This is the type of product that's going into major motion pictures, going into a lot of studios. There's also a lot of independents that own these in their personal kits that do interview type of work, both from news and from like independent shooting. I'll show you how this guy works too. Right now I've got a 32 panel and a 27 panel in. That's why it looks different. You wouldn't typically do this, but for demonstration purposes, it shows how this can work. And like the Matchstick that I showed you, it uses the blue LED to make it go. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen you up really quick. So as you can see, it uses the blue to go in.
Any bed.
Yeah. Well, in addition to our normal color temperatures, which is 27, 32, 43, 56, and 65, we can also utilize the actual blue wave like that to light white Sykes for blue screen work. We also have a phosphor on the back side that's actually just green for green screen work. So you can go outside of white light and then start to get into some cool tricks. It's like when I turn that on. Now again, I'm blending some white and some blue, but you can see how wide that's filling up and how evenly it's doing it. So it's good for trick lighting like that. Its real claim to fame is just the output of light that it has. It's similar to like a Kino Flow Image 87 or a 3.5K zip light from Studio Terms. It can throw 75-foot candles at 10 feet with a 10-foot center that you're only getting like 5-foot candle loss around in the circle and no discernible hot spots. Broadcast news studios is really a big thing. We're doing work with Univision, CNN, Fox News, Al Jazeera, major network, Ring of Fire type of things. One of my favorites is Jimmy Kimmel. I like them. It's good being friends with the LD because I get to go see the show whenever I want. But the same thing, it's like 12 lights, Ring of Fire, just coming straight in. That said, we're also getting a lot of work with like Sleepy Hollows being shot out in South Carolina. They use the blue panels to do blue screen work. They also use it in principal photography. If you want some technical information, you can go to cineolighting.com, www.cineolighting.com. The Matchsticks will be ready the first week of June. The Mavericks will be ready by the last week of June. And we'll also be at Cinegear this year. So if anybody's in the LA area, we're going to have them out. And we'll be doing some giveaways there, just like we're doing giveaways here.